be able to sustain themselves. It is what keeps Hamilton and the surrounding communities alive. It keeps the irrigators of Hermiston, Stanfield, Umatilla, all about it. Not only will industry disappear, but so will our communities, our schools, our neighborhoods. Will become ghost towns.
When they began to use the groundwater for that irrigation, they used it faster than it was being replaced. And that caused the levels in the wells to drop by hundreds of feet, sometimes even 400 or 500 feet.
That water's been carbon dated at 22,000 to 25,000 years old, which they basically call fossil water.
Political people and people who've thought about the intersection between water and politics have generally emphasized the separation. A long line of people who predicted that the wars of the 21st century would be about water resources. Two countries that don't like each other very much share a watershed. They're running out of water. Water's connected to everything we do. Therefore, people are going to fight over it in the future. And what that does is ignore the kind of inherent things about water that bring us together.
County held a hearing in Hermiston. I attended that hearing and was surprised to see how many people showed up to get organized and to address the problem up front. And the people are behind it. They want a task force. They want to find solutions.
Most of the issues being focused on are the critical ground, but through this 4.5 year educational process with the task force, they understand groundwater declines aren't just the west end of this basin. They're happening here. We're doing things to slow it down. The tribe is seeing declines too. So when you have those declines, it means we all are part of the problem. We all need to be part of the solution. And that's why I'm on the task force.
The thing that I think has become a success is how it's evolved into this Umatilla watershed or Umatilla subbasin planning unit that's looking at what can we do over the next 50 years to assure water indefinitely. We're in a crisis mode right now in terms of some water rights being cut off, but we're not to that point where we have no options available to us. And I give huge credit to the task force. They've stuck with this through thick and thin for 4.5 years now as a volunteer committee, knowing that at some point we're going to get things done, but the main point of having them there is to keep people up and abreast of the fact that yes, this problem hasn't gone away. Just because we didn't implement a moratorium doesn't mean that you're going to turn on the tap every single day of your life and water's going to be there.
Really, water is the most important thing in our lives, and people are going to have to start looking at it that way. And if we're going to maintain this Umatilla County, we're going to have to start looking at it.
A ceremonial meal. Water is the number one thing. You take water, you drink water before you do anything.